Hey guys, Greg Wareham here again. Thank you for joining for this segment. Today I want to talk a little bit about selecting a mortgage professional. Commonly a mortgage professional will be referred to as a mortgage loan officer within the industry. Well, how in the world do you select one? There's a lot of different advertisements online, a lot of different advertisements on TV. I think the best experience that you'll have is working with a personal referral. Whether or not that comes from your real estate agent, that comes from your attorney, that comes from friends, that comes from family. Because when you work with someone that's referred to you, generally speaking, that team that referred it over to you is going to provide you with an overall stronger experience. And what's important about that is it gives you the autonomy to really select the right person for you. As I had indicated to before, referrals generally the best way, or somewhere where you have a personal touch, because it gives you a complete team of people that are working on your behalf to make the transaction as seamless as possible. The overall home buying process, especially if you've never been through it before, it can be stressful. And it can be stressful not because of the nature of you purchasing a home. Things can be stressful when you've just never done the process before. If you purchase your 10th home, it's going to be less stressful. You know all the answers or potential pitfalls you can run into. But it's really critical, especially when you're a first-time home buyer, to work with someone that has the experience, has the bedside manner, someone that you trust that can really properly educate you on all of the potential mortgage options that you have, and then also pre-flight any issues that may come up along the way. The number one thing that you have to look at is experience. You have someone in the industry that's been working for a long period of time that can properly explain all your options to you. There's options that range from 3% down to 3.5% down to 100% financing. There's bank statement programs, there's conventional mortgages, there's FHA mortgages, there's renovation mortgages. There's so many different products, and you have to work with someone that understands those products and, just as importantly, can properly articulate those products to you, because you're not sure what you need until you need it. So make sure you're working with someone that has the experience. The other thing that you really want to be focused on is, do you have a good rapport with these people? Purchasing a home and obtaining a mortgage, it's not like buying a car. It's a much more complicated process with a lot of different moving parts on it. You have inspections on a home, you have contracts on a home, you have different mortgage options, you have so many different variables that are falling in there. You gotta be comfortable with the person that you're working with, and you gotta trust them. The other thing that you want to consider in working with the right mortgage loan officer is what areas are they licensed in and what product line can they do, because different banks handle different products in different areas. You may want to consider working with a national lender, especially if you're looking at different states. When you look at areas like the Northeast, there's some tri-state areas like Connecticut, New Jersey, New York. You may look in all those different areas. So it's really important that you're asking the right questions and defining your particular situation with the mortgage individual that you're planning on working with. Some other critical points in working with a mortgage loan officer is you have to have the accessibility to them. You can't work with an 800 number. 800 numbers work from 9 to 5. What if you have a question on Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? You have to work with someone where you have their cell phone number that's going to be able to either answer your call on the spot or be able to return your phone call in a very short period of time. So accessibility becomes a big component in selecting the right loan officer. The other thing that I would touch on a little bit are interest rates. Interest rates are relatively competitive in the industry as a whole. You see some small fluctuations from time to time, but at the end of the day, interest rates are pretty stable. I wouldn't base my entire decision on what the interest rate is. I would more look at, hey, what's the interest rate? What's the level of service? What are the costs on the loan? And what are all the different variables that go into play when you're selecting a mortgage loan officer? In my opinion, budget is everything, because you have to make the payment and you have to be comfortable with it. So big picture, it's really important to work with somebody that has a ton of experience in working with your individual situation. As an example, someone like myself, I've been doing this since 1997. And there's not a product or a customer that I have not worked with. So I'm well versed in any type of product, any type of customer to work with. And at the end of the day, that type of experience can really help lead you down the right path of assistance. So we've reviewed a lot of different parts of selecting the right loan officer for you. The bottom line on it is you want to work with someone that you trust, and generally someone that you refer to, you feel like you have some sort of personal connection with. So you could be referred, again, by your agent, by your attorney, by friends, by family, or you can pick up the phone and you can call me as well. So whatever questions you have or anything that you're trying to solution, you're going to get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time and you'll find the right person for you. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey guys, thanks for taking the time today. I hope you found it educational. If you have any questions or you have any comments, please drop a comment below. We'll certainly get back to you. In addition to that, if you really enjoyed the content, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. We'll continue to try to provide value for you over the course of time, and we thank you for your time today. Thanks so much.